We play and call it work.
Hello there, Wargamers. It is time for another remote battle report. Today, I'm joined by Steve. He has everything nicely set up now for at-home recording, but I'm gonna host for today. Next time it will be Steve. We are doing a battalion battle report. I will be playing the Emperor's Children to go up against Steve's Raven Guard. Kind of boring. Sorry, Steve. They got really nothing going for them. So I'm just gonna walk up to them, shoot noise guns at them, and kill them. Today, we are doing Eternal War, and if you're not too sure what a battalion battle report is, we both have 1,000 point lists fit right into one singular battalion. Let's go take a look at the lists and figure out what Eternal War mission we are playing today. We are going to take a look at my Emperor's Children first and foremost. Now, I do want to apologize for any lack of quality, guys. We are stuck in quarantine still. Things are slowly opening up, but not quite yet for us. So we're gonna keep recording content from home remotely with each other because we miss each other, and we've been really craving to play war games with each other, so we're willing to go the extra step to be able to do all this remote play. Now, I have a battalion, obviously. Steve's got a battalion. My battalion are gonna be comprised of completely, wholly 30k Horus Heresy Emperor's Children, just because I brought all this stuff home. It gave me the flexibility to play the Horus Heresy and 40k, and also save room, because I do have a limited amount of space here at home with the amount of models I can bring home. So leading this battalion will be two separate Chaos Lords. I am running Lord Commander Eidolon here as a Chaos Lord. He's going to be my Warlord. He is going to have a jump back, a Thunderhammer, and a bolt pistol. He is going to have the artifact relic, the Raiments of Revulsion, I believe they're called. Essentially, he gets to reroll hit rolls, wound rolls, and charge rolls. He's also going to have the Warlord trait. I can't remember its name. I'm gonna go with Stimulated by Pain. It's a cool one. It's actually, I'm pretty sure this is the one out of the Chaos Space Marine book. My Warlord here will get +1 attack to his characteristic for every wound he has suffered in the game. And then obviously if he's ever healed for whatever reason, then he loses those attacks. But he can have up to 4 extra attacks if he's at that perfect, like, oh, I've taken 4 out of my 5 wounds and I'm not dead yet, hurrah. And that's what he's going with. So he's gonna be rerolling hit rolls, wound rolls, charge rolls, and he'll get bonus attacks based on the amount of wounds he suffered. Now, onto the other Chaos Lord, a little bit more boring. This is a Palatine Blade from the Horus Heresy. It is a Chaos Lord with a jump back and a power sword. I was thinking about giving him the Murder Sword, but I did that last time, so I just wanted to change it up a little bit. And it was called the Raiment Revulsive for the relic on my Warlord Chaos Lord. Now for troops, because I'm playing Emperor's Children, everything obviously has the Marcus Lanesh. I'm allowed to bring Noise Marines as troop choices. I will be using the Cacophony from 30k as the Noise Marines because they are like the progenitor Noise Marines. They're the first of them. They were the kind of the first to really do weird, Slanesh stuff for the Emperor's Children back during like the beginning of the heresy. Like really weird stuff, guys. Go read Fulgrim, you'll have a great time. Now, these are 2 squads of 10. They all have their noise guns, Sonic Blasters I believe they're called, which are just Assault 3, Strength 4, no AP, ignores cover though, so that will help against the Raven Guard. And the champions of the units, they have the Emperor's Children icon on the shoulder there, and then the Mark of the Third Legion on that shoulder, just so I remember what they are. They are going to have Sonic Blasters as well, but they're going to have Doom Sirens as part of their power packs. I had the points for them. I know it's not modeled, but I didn't really have anything else I could have really added, and it's kind of a cool upgrade for them, or at least one that I enjoy. The third troop choice will be these Tactical Marines, Chaos Space Marines. They all have bolt guns, and the Aspiring Champion is going to have a power sword and a bolt pistol. On to my elite choices to fill out the rest of my 1,000 point battalion. I have a squad of Emperor's Children, Chaos Terminators. Now these are Phoenix Terminators from the Horus Heresy. They have their Phoenix Spears, but I'm gonna be playing those as power axes. That's what I paid for. And they don't normally come with combi bolters or any guns in the Horus Heresy. So because they have to have combi bolters, they all have combi bolters. Just imagine them on the hips or stored away wherever a Terminator puts their combi bolter away. They'll pull it out when they go to shoot them. And lastly, one Hellforged Contemptor Dreadnought with a Carries Pattern Assault Cannon, a Dread Claw, which is the close combat weapon, on his left arm there. And inside of that, they have a built-in weapon. I'm gonna go with the Ectoplasma Gun because I had the points to afford it. And it's not a bad weapon whatsoever. And that is what I'm bringing for today's Eternal War game. Let's go take a look at the Raven Guard.
Alright, for my Raven Guard battalion, I'm going to be led by a captain with a jump pack. He's going to be my warlord with Shadow Master and Ebbing Claws. He's built to get in there and fight. We're also going to bring a lieutenant just to help out some of the snipers, burn some guys down, because we're bringing scout snipers as our troop choices. We got 3 squads, 2 6-man squads, 1 9-man squad, and I paid for a camel cloak. I figured we're getting stealthy today. The captain, however, is going to lead a unit of Vanguard veterans with all lightning claws. We're going to have a couple of 8-man squads of assault marines to support them. Only upgrades, the sergeants have power axes for 1,000 points of the Raven Guard.
Steve and I have finished deploying. We ended up getting a lockdown as well, so I'll go ahead and explain what lockdown is in a moment. But for our deployments, we ended up getting Hammer and Anvil. Steve was the attacker. He won the roll-off. He decided to be the attacker. So he deployed first. We have a concealed deployment scout squad up as far as they can go, the 9-man squad. We have a 6-man squad of scouts on that objective there. The objectives, the numbers don't matter yet. We're about to resolve how the lockdown works in a moment. The last squad of scouts will be back here. The lieutenant with the lightning claw is deployed as far forward as he can for Hammer and Anvil at the 24-inch line. You're going to try and make an advance roll towards these scouts to support them. And then we have an 8-man squad of assault marines near that objective in Steve's back corner. And in reserve, because they all have jump packs, they are going to strike from the skies, we have the other squad of assault marines, the Vanguard veterans, and the Warlord captain as well. Now for my deployment, I have my Noise Marines, I have Chaos Lord with Power Sword, Chaos Lord Warlord with Thunder Hammer, and then we have Contemptor, Dreadnought there, and not Tactical Marines, but Chaos Space Marines for the back corner objective. And then in reserve, teleporting in, I'll have my Chaos Terminator showing up on the 2nd, or 3rd, or 4th, or 5th, or maybe just 3rd, up 2nd, 3rd turn. Probably 2nd. Anyways, regardless. Now, the way lockdown works is, there's a chance that Steve will be going first, but we have 6 objectives on the table. We have 1 there, 1 underneath the scouts. You can kind of see it underneath that scout. 1 over there, near the assault marines. And then they're symmetrical, or mirrored in a way. 1 there, 1 here, and 1 in that back corner. So we both have triangles of objectives in or near our deployment zones. The way lockdown works is whoever goes first chooses, which most likely will be Steve in this case, we still have to roll seize the initiative, will choose which objective he wants to be number 1. And then whoever goes second chooses which objective they want to be number 2. And then for objective number 2, 3, 4, and 5, we randomly roll for them. Steve would pick 1, roll for it, then I would pick 1, roll for it, and then back and forth until they're all numbered. Now, starting from the 2nd battle round, going forward until there's only 2 objectives remaining, you remove the corresponding objective number for that battle round. So on battle round 2, number 2 will disappear, whichever one that ends up being. Number 3 will disappear on turn 3, 4 on 4, and 5 on 5, until there's only 2 left, which would be 1 and then 6. So
just a quick correction.
Ooh.
Luka said player number 2 picks objective number 2.
Oh, I meant
player
6.
number 2, objective number 6.
Right, Steve's correct. Player number 2 in the battle round will choose which one's 6. Player number 1 will choose number 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5 are randomized. Steve's correct there. Now, for scoring purposes, you get 1 victory point for every objective you control at the end of your player turn. And in addition to that, there is another primary at the end of the battle round. Whoever controls the most objectives will get 1 bonus victory point. And then for secondaries, we have First Strike, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker. Now, I'm going to go ahead and roll for Steve's Seize the Initiative here, I'm going to roll for my Seize the Initiative if I want to go first. I'll try to seize it, obviously, because I have a potential Alpha Strike on the Scouts here, and try and get them off the table with all my Noise Marines. And I won't have to worry about them. Looking for a 6 for some dead Scouts! Ah, no, that's a 3. So, not today.
Okay, so after Siege here, I'm going to spend a command point for infiltrators. Luka has went too heavy on the south side of the table here. I need to get my scouts at a dodge. So they're going to do a move and run off that rock. We're actually going to run as well.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and advance them, and I assume you don't want to go too far back, you just want to go hug the wall?
Well, actually, no. What we're trying to do is I'm going to go move towards the river. I want to get line of sight on one of the one of them, but not the southern one. I want to hide from one unit and fire at the other.
Gotcha. So you want to make it so you move here, get all 9 of them to be able to shoot at them, but be safe from this squad.
Exactly.
All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that's 1 command point for infiltrators. That's you use it at the beginning of the first battle round, before you take your first turn. At the same time, we have to figure out what these objectives are. So we'll go ahead and do this first. Or, I mean, we could do either. Which one would you rather do first? Do you want to see what the objectives are first, or it doesn't really matter to you?
You know what? It's not going to matter. But yeah, we should do that, actually.
Yeah, I think they technically both happen at the same time. So we'll go ahead and do the objectives, then we'll go move them in this general area.
All right, so the objective I want to be number 1 makes no sense, yet it does make perfect sense. The one that my assault marines are covering.
That one back there.
I was actually hoping that would disappear first or soon, but now because the way you're angled, I think that's the most defensible.
All right, so we're gonna make that one number 1, and now I get to choose which one is gonna be number 6. And I honestly think I want it to be this one, because I want to be kind of forward, but I don't want to be too far back, and I don't want to be too far forward. So that one's gonna be number 1. This one's gonna be number 6. We're gonna roll for the other ones. We have rearranged the rest of the objectives. This one ended up being 5. This one over here is 3. 6, well, we already know 6. 4 and 2. So that means that one's disappearing at the beginning of battle round 2. So that's okay for me, because I'll get the 1 point for it. It's going to go away, and then I'll be able to utilize my Marines later on. And then number 3 disappears, and then number 4 disappears, and then number 5 disappears, and 1 and 6 remain forever. And that's pretty much it. And we've already gone ahead and moved the scouts here. They did their infiltrate to get off of the rock, and they're going to have good line of sight to fire at these noise marines while being perfectly safe from these noise marines unless they roll a good advance roll, if I choose to shoot at them or not. And that's pretty much it. It's going to be Raven Guard, turn 1.
Okay, I got a very simple turn 1. I'm going to hide some units, and actually, I'm going to hide 1 unit. Everyone's going to stay put. Start plinking away. So we're going to advance the 1 scout squad off the top rock there and kind of get them out of line of sight. How far do we get?
So they're going to go 5. So yeah, they're all going to advance, get off the rock here. And we've already, like, where we put the objective, as long as they are touching the rock, they're still within 3 inches of the objective. So we're going to go back here, hide behind line of sight. This is more than enough movement. Steve wants them all right up against the rock here. That way they can, if they need to, they can just jump right back up on it. And they are relatively safe from any other threats. This is where they end up. I have no line of sight on them from these tactical marines. Perfectly safe and holding objective number 3 for now.
Now my lieutenant, he's going to move up to kind of get a better position and help those 2 scouts, about 4 scout units. Give me an advance.
So he's going to go 3 extra inches. So with that, he's going to be able to get around there.
Beautiful.
So that way he'll have cover. He'll be within 6 of them. Obviously within 6 of them. Now these guys are a little too far back, but they're not really doing too much right now anyways.
I think we're done moving.
I think you are as well. That was pretty easy.
All right, 9 shots from my scared snipers going after the noise marines. I know this is scary. We're hitting on 3s.
Yeah, the music of the apocalypse can be pretty big here. If they hit on 3s, they don't re-roll anything. So we have 4 misses. That's 5 hits.
Any 6s?
No 6s there yet. Now these are forced to wound, but they have AP because we're in the Devastator Doctrine. Oh my! Okay, well, you know what? We got 2 6s, a 5, a 3, and a 1, which are going to re-roll because of the lieutenant right there. And that's another 5. So we have 4 wounding hits, 2 of them are mortal wounds. Additional mortal wounds. So I owe Steve 4 saves here, so 2 of my noise marines are just dead. And these are AP 1, so my power armor save goes to a 4 up. I make 3 of them, and 1 guy dies. So you do kill 3 noise marines. I'm going to pull the ones that are in range to fire back. Alright, so you're dead, and you're dead. You're going to all go do Music of the Apocalypse. That's going to be 9 shots, right? Same amount of shots right back at the scouts.
No.
We hit on 3s. We reroll any 1s because of a Chaos Lord nearby. That's 1 reroll, 2 misses. 4 is to wound, and that is going to be nice. 5 wounds, Steve.
No.
It's okay. You've got 4 up armor save because you're in that nice scout armor, right?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and kill 5 of these scouts. Oh, we only killed 2. Which ones would you like to die? The back, forward, or just any ones?
The ones closest to Eidolon. Or not Eidolon.
Yeah, we're going to call him Eidolon. You know what? He's a Chaos Lord in the 41st Millennium, but his name is also Eidolon.
Okay.
It just so happens that his name is also Eidolon. So these 2 scouts are dead. We're just going to leave them here for purposes of morale, even though that might not matter. We're going to move on to the 2nd scout squad here. Now, I kind of just willy-nilly threw them down. There was a way to deploy them so they all had range to my deployment line. So I'm just going to pretend like that guy there and that guy there were already deployed to the line. You know, there's going to be a little bit of hiccups between, you know, the separation here. So these 6, where are they shooting, Steve?
Same squad, buddy.
Oh, I guess that makes... Yeah, you don't want to shoot the Dreadnought, you just want to shoot the Noise Marines?
Yeah, I want to kill more of my other scouts.
I was going to say, I hope you know that if those scouts kill any of these Noise Marines are going to go bully those scouts some more. Alright, so it's going to be 6 whole scout shots. Now, these ones don't have any support from characters. So these ones hit on 3s, that's only 1 miss. 4 is to wound. And only 1 wound! It's not even a 6. But it's okay. It's a Devastator Doctor. I got this. And I make my save. That's a 6. That means I don't get to do Music of the Apocalypse, though. Alright, so these scouts for morale, that's it for Steve's shooting, and there's no charging or fighting or anything like that. But Steve has to do morale first. They're leadership 8 on scouts. The sergeant's still alive, so they're fine. No need to roll there. Now, unfortunately for me, I am also leadership 8, but I lost 3 guys, so I could potentially lose an extra noise marine on a 6. And I'm going to roll a 5. We're okay. Then for scoring, Steve is on objective number 3, 5, and 1, so that's going to be 3 victory points at the end of his player turn as we move on to the Emperor's Children. I absolutely have to respect the Assault Marines that are showing up, and this is like the perfect spot for them to show up behind the terrain here, so I got to make sure I don't let that happen. Unfortunately, that means these Noise Marines are going to be the ones that have to do that, so they're going to be out of the game a little bit, but they're going to be a little useful in a way. So we're going to start by advancing them, because they don't have any real targets right now, and I think these guys combined should do something to this scout squad in the open. I'm going to rely on them to help me screen a little bit. So we're going to start off by advancing them. They move 6 plus an additional 6. Okay, so they go 12 inches. And that's where they end up, trying to protect against the back line assaults, leaving this guy up front for whatever reason. Now, Eidolon here, he's going to be a little reserved. He's just going to, I mean, he could advance. He doesn't need to, though. He's going to move from cover to cover. He's going to jump up to behind this rock now. And then this Dreadnought is, he's no subtlety. He's just going to move forward 9 inches, right up to that little crack on the map there. And then these Noise Marines are going to pile into the, we're going to move up behind him and be on objective 6. And we're going to not advance, so that's going to go about here with these guys. We're going to take some shots at some scouts. We're going to try to get first strike where Steve failed.
Your squads are huge.
My squads are big, you're right. So they're all going to end up there. Chaos Lord with Power Sword will jump forward, cover to cover, to about there. Actually, I'm going to be a little more aggressive with him and put him beside the Dreadnought. And the last thing I need to move would be these Chaos Space Marines. I am going to move the guys in the front forward a little bit, move the guys to the side this way a little bit. I'm just going to try and cover this area and make sure that there's no dead space in between these two units for the Assault Marines to show up. I want the Assault Marines to just show up on my front if they choose to show up next turn. I'll try my best to control it, though. I'm usually pretty bad at doing stuff like that. Steve's way more patient than I am, is what I'm trying to say. That's where they end up. I didn't really do anything too different. I just made sure I moved the one in the back corner a little bit further in the back corner to try and deny that. Made sure that these guys are within 18 inches of each other, so there's no dead zone there. So my area is safe for now. I actually don't have a whole lot to do myself. I have no psychic powers, so when it comes to shooting, I just have these two units to fire with, and we're going to try and take out these scouts to try and go for first strike. But we are going to start with the Contemptor Dreadnought, I suppose. Now, he doesn't ignore moving and firing heavy, so he will suffer the -1 to hit. But they are within 12, so I don't believe they get cover.
Oh, buddy, they're coming for me. We're going to transhuman physiology my scouts. Gotta keep them alive. I mean, they're going to die, but whatever.
It's still a good call. It means I can't use veterans on my dudes over here. So I can't actually use I can't use any of my plan stratagems now, because pretty much all of them are like bonuses to wound, which transhuman directly counteracts. So that'll put Steve down to 5 command points, and not a bad play. That actually might keep them alive. I think.
Nah, you didn't want his shots coming in.
That's true, I do. All right, let's see what this Dreadnought can do. Starting with the carries. Oh, and by the way, for anyone watching, these two in the back here are more than 12 away, so we're going to do the saves like 5 at a time, essentially, until we get back to them, because they will have cover. He doesn't ignore cover like the Noise Marines do, and that's the Raven Guard trait. So hitting on 3s because I moved. Our rerolling 1s, which are all of my misses, thanks to the Chaos Lord nearby. We have 6 hits, and these are going to wound on 4s because of transhuman physiology. Well, you stopped one of them, Steve. That's 4 wounding hits. Then that is at -1. Then you should have a 5-up save after that. And that's going to kill only 1. You made 3 5-ups.
Nice.
So obviously we're killing the nearest scouts, I assume.
Luka,
yeah, you've seen that, eh? Yeah, the Assault Marine fellow. He's supposed to be up there nice and happy in cover. What's going on, buddy? There you go. Now for the Ectoplasma Blaster, it's an assault weapon, so I don't suffer the penalty here. I hit on 2s, rerolling the double 1s because of the Chaos Lord. Thank you, Chaos Lord. We hit once. 2 4s to wound because of transhuman physiology, and that is a 4. That is at -3 AP, so we kill 1 scout. Boop.
got him.
Well, I guess I did. Killed 2 whole scouts. I can't really use any of my fancy stratagems to help me out here. So all of these noise marines are just going to fire into the scouts. That's going to be 21 shots with their sonic blasters. Here's the 21 shots on 3s. And you, I was going to say you do have cover against this one, but I got to remember the sonic blasters do ignore cover. I have 0 1s in here. Not a single one to reroll. That's 5 misses. Force to wound. No rerolling here either. I've got a grand total of some wounds. That's 9 wounding hits. These are 4-up saves. I'm gonna kill 6 guys.
Oh,
so even if you use a reroll, that does wipe the squad. Just okay. So that is going to be first strike, and some poor undertrained Space Marines die horribly. What were they thinking, Steve? What were they thinking?
I don't think.
That is going to conclude my turn because I have no charges to declare, no fighting to do, and no morale to speak of. So we're going to go right on to turn 2 for the Raven Guard. Though I do get 4 victory points because I have all 3 objectives and I was able to acquire first strike. Now, looking at, like Steve and I were looking at how the objectives are going to disappear. Steve does have a points advantage where the objectives are going to end up disappearing, so that first strike is a big help for me. But I am still going to have to play very aggressively to try and push him into his territory more.
My scouts have to get back in the fight. That objective's not going to be that important much longer, so I'm going to jump back up on the rock. They can now die. And then my assault marines that are holding the other objective are going to fan out and prepare for Luka's deep strikers.
Just like what I did on my last turn, essentially. The scouts end up back up on the rock, and then the assault marines we've measured to see what they can stop, and they pretty much stop this entire area here. Now, are you ready for your end of movement phase reinforcements to show up, my man?
Yeah, they're all coming down.
Yeah, alright, let's see where they end up. And that's where they end up. Captain, Vanguard Vets, and Assault Marines denying Deep Strike on this part of the table, and leaving it so the rest of the scouts don't have to move. So that's it for movement. Where do you want to start the shooting phase off?
Okay, the back unit of scouts are going to go after your character that's hiding behind the dreadnought.
Yeah. Now, he's going to have cover there, but he does have line of sight to all the scouts. So that's 6 scout shots right into him. And we forgot to mention at the beginning of the battle round, you went to the tactical doctrine. Because you have to. Because you actually have to. I forgot about that.
Right.
6 scout shots hitting on 3s. Oh, that's only 1 miss.
You have 2s.
2s? Oh, it's a character. It's a tactical doctrine now. So that was a 1, though. You still have 5 hits. And now these wound on 3s and 5s and 6s because the tactical doctrine... I can't remember what the Raven Guard the trait's called, being in the tactical doctrine, but they get +1 to hit and to wound characters. 3s. Oh no! Okay, so that's 4 wounding hits on my character. 1 of them is a mortal wound in addition, and the 2 misses. So I owe you 4 saves. 2 ups! I will fail 1 of them, so I take 2 damage because of the mortal wound, and I go down to 3. I'm gonna put him down to 3, and now where are the second squad of scouts going?
They're going to go after the same character. We're going to put him down. They did move, but they got a +1 to hit, so go back to hit on 3s.
And we're looking for 3s. We do have the captain nearby them, though, because that's him right there, so he's within 6. Rerolling these 1s. That is going to give you 4 hits, 2 misses. 3s to wound, because you get +1 to wound. 5s and 6s are good for you here. The lieutenant's there to help, rerolling that 1. And that is going to be 2 mortal wounds and 2 saves. That's a 5 and a 6. So right away, he's down to 1 wound remaining. I owe you 2 up saves. He's okay. Well, he's not okay. He doesn't die, though. He's got 1 remaining wound.
Well, I'm all out of shooting, so it is time to charge. My captain is going to charge the dreadnought, your captain, and the noise marines.
Might as well, right? Because he's got the warlord trait where I cannot overwatch him. So we know he needs a 9, but anything more than that, he could jump over models and get entwined and all of that nonsense there, if he so chooses. You're going to roll a 6, a 5, and a 1.
I am re-rolling the 1.
Yes. And that 1's going to turn to a 6, giving you an 11-inch charge. All right, let's...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
We'll figure out where he gets to go.
Okay, we found a spot where we're going to go ahead and probably trap down those 2 units after piling in, but keeping the character out, because I Chaos Lord, I don't know. I don't want him to hit you right now.
Right, there's no... If you can avoid his attacks, you might as well, right? So that's it. So when he piles in, after the heroic intervention step, he can just make it in over there. Though I did overlook my stratagems, and there is something called incessant disdain. insistent disdain? One of the two. Anyways, it allows one of my characters to heroically intervene up to 6 inches and move up to 6 inches when they do so, but it has to be towards a character. So it is kind of hard to avoid an Emperor's Children character heroic intervention. But it does cost me a command point. It's not like the Spaceful one where it's free. Now, for the Vanguard vets, are they going to attempt to charge?
They are going to attempt to charge the Dreadnought. Just the Dreadnought. Well, do you have any guns on the character?
No, I have a bolt pistol.
You know what? I'll send them after him as well, because maybe if you get a weird position.
Biggest mistake of the day for you, buddy. Here comes the pistol. Bam! It misses. All right, never mind. I was wrong.
Okay.
All right, so here's your charge. All right, that's a 7, though. That's a 6 and a 1.
I would also like to do another command point reroll in this phase.
I can't allow that. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I really didn't want to.
I know you really want to. Let's hypothetically do it. You would have made it. You would have got a 12.
Bro!
Okay, that's fine. That's their home for now. We're just going to hope that Mr. Space Marine Captain can go toe-to-toe with the Contemptor. I suspect he will be able to because of Transhuman. But now it's the end of the charge phase. That's it for charges, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to use that stratagem on this guy here, and because it's the charge phase, you can use you can use fly to go over other models. So I am going to try to use it to save my Emperor's Children, so that they can't get piled into. So he's going to go right here and block that captain. But I only have a wound, so if you kill him and then consolidate into the Emperor's Children Noise Marines, I can't do anything about that. And that's going to put me down to 7 command points after using that stratagem. Hopefully it'll protect the Noise Marines a little bit. Anyways, you get to fight first with that not your chaos over your captain. So where are his strikes going? He's got 6 right now.
Ah, man, I wonder. I don't want to. Yeah, he's my best bet at hurting the Dreadnought, but like I really need to get to those. I have to put him all in character.
Oh, 6, Okay, well, I mean, that should definitely do it. Because you're in the Tactical Doctrine, you do get +1 to hit moon characters. Oh. So Steve's going to pile him in just a little bit more, not quite touching the base of the Chaos Lord. That way, just, further, if we kill him, go into the Noise Marines. We want to tie up their shooting. That is the main goal here. 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. That's all hit. And you don't have any fancy rules on 6s. Now, your claws are strength... Are they strength user? I got to double check. I can't remember what the Ebon claws do. So yeah, they're strength user, AP 3, which is better, and damage D3, which is much better. So these wound on would normally be 4s, down to 3s because you get +1 to wound characters. And re-rolling, because they are lightning claws, that is 6 wounding hits. Okay, well, all I have to do is make 6 4-up invulnerable saves. I get average. I make 3 and I lose 3. So I lose 3d3 wounds. I only have the 1 though. So he is dead, unless there's something cool I can do with stratagems. I don't actually know. Let's go find out. My guy is 1000% dead. We're just like figuring out plans here for Steve, what he can do, the cool things he can do. And we found out something kind of funny and cool. So I am dead, and now you get to consolidate. Now you technically, you have to get closer to the Dreadnought, but in doing so you can still pull the Noise Marines in.
Beautiful.
So that is what you want to do?
I do.
So we're going to go to about there, technically getting closer to the Contemptor Dreadnought, but bringing them into the fray. And that is it for his attacks. But you do take a Mighty Chaos Lord down, and that's always impressive. But, he had some help from scouts.
They're terrible.
Well, I'm going to retaliate. I'm going to go with the Noise. No, I'm just going to go with the Dreadnought. I'm actually going to trap down the Dreadnought with your Consolidate move. That way I can't pile in and get, around your base and, a little bit closer to your lines over here. So he can't move when he fights, which he'll do now. Now, he was charged, so I do get Hateful Assault, my bonus attack.
Alright, after looking at all the stratagems, I'm going to not transhuman physiology because I need to fight again. This is going to double my... Well, it's going to guarantee me to fight again. If Luka kills me, I'm going to fight. If Luka doesn't kill me, I'm going to fight.
Right. So you have only a Death That's Due to End to fight, or you could honor the chapter to fight after this. Essentially, he wants to kill Noise Marines.
I
wants to light them up. They're a major threat right now. So my Dreadnought is going to go ahead and hit on 2s. I actually got to see if this guy's within 6, because you killed the Chaos Lord that was obviously within 6. I only have 3 hits otherwise. He will be within 6. So 2 rerolls will give me 2 more hits, and now I gotta double check that this has got Death to the False Emperor. I don't think the Hellbrutes or Dreadnoughts have them, though. He does not have Death to the False Emperor, so we are wounding on 2s because our strength is ridiculously high. We don't reroll the 1. We have 4 wounds on your captain, and he's got his Iron Halo, so he's got his 4-up invulnerable save. You're gonna go ahead and make 1 of 3. So,
he's dead.
So he's dead even if you reroll. So if you pass that, that's still 6 damage because it's flat 3. So my Contemptor does crush him, but as he's being crushed...
I'm gonna fight again. Just tear up the Noise Marines.
So you actually get to save a command point this way because Honor the Chapters 3, only in Death as Duty end is 2. So before he's removed as a casualty, he's gonna fight again, and because he declared them as a target on the charge, he gets to fight that. He can choose to fight them, which is the case here. And that's gonna be 6 more attacks into my Noise Marines. So probably gonna claw up a good amount of them.
We have 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, and we're gonna reroll 1s.
Which is this the 1/1 there.
We're only wounding on 4s though.
Yeah, but you get to reroll these, that's pretty good. You got 4 wounding hits, rerolling into 5 wounding hits, and because these are the Ebbing Claws, they are AP 3, which gives me a fancy 6-up save. So we are going to lose 4 guys. So we're going to keep the champion alive. We're going to pull the 4 guys from the back here, and they're going to... I mean, I guess they'll attack, because they have more attacks that way. They have 2 attacks. They have 2 attacks. Well, it doesn't matter. You're dead anyways. I'm not even going to roll anything. I'm just wasting time. Yeah, they're all dead. He kills them, and then he gets crushed by the Dreadnought. And with that, that is the end. I owe you a morale check, but I do get Warlord kill. So maybe I have to be a little bit more reserved with my Warlord, or at least get some good value like you just got. I lost 4 guys. I'm leadership 8 because my champion is still alive. I'm good. I rolled a 4. Nice.
Dang.
No, you mean good. Thank you, Steve. After he was finished attacking, he's just going to consolidate up to that little riverbed there. Boop, towards the nearest enemy, which are the... Any of that. That was supposed to happen before morale. I just forgot to consolidate him. And that is the end of the turn. Steve is going to get another 3 victory points still, but I'll get 1 for Warlord kill. Which is super useful because at the beginning of the battle round, we did forget to get rid of objective number 2, so we're going to go ahead and remove that at the start of my turn. And then that way I'm free to utilize those Chaos Space Marines, I suppose, and all their glorious power. Start of my turn, I'm going to go ahead and remember to get rid of objective number 2 in the corner. That is burnt. Again, that is part of the lockdown scenario. The next one to go away is on top of that rock there. Beginning of the movement phase here, this Contemptor, or this Hellforged Contemptor Dreadnought's going to move his 9 to about there. Next, these Noise Marines back here have to advance to get better targets. I roll a 4. That's not bad. I'll take a 4. So they get to go up to 10 inches. Already pre-measured, that is going to bring them to about here. Again, getting a little bit more shots than they would have had I moved normally. We're just going to have to put you up there, because why not? Into the scouts on the rock there. I think it's safe to say that these Noise Marines should probably go and embrace the cover a little bit. And that's where they're going to end up standing right on objective number 6. And lastly, these Chaos Space Marines in the back will advance directly forward. So they're going to go an additional 1 inch. My man, nice!
Love it!
Oh, you know what? I'm going to re-roll that because I have so many command points. 5! I don't even know if that's going to be worth it. We'll find out later in the game. Yeah, that's where they end up now with the 11-inch move. They're not going to be able to do anything else this turn because they have rapid-fire guns. And at the end, my Chaos Terminator is going to show up to try and support somewhere. I don't actually know where I want them to go yet. And I have decided to go way over here to threaten objective number 6 because we know that one's sticking around for quite a while. Objective number 6 being over here. Or sorry, 1. I have objective over 6 over there, but 1 sticking around forever. So we're more than 9 inches away from the Assault Marines, more than 12 away from the Scouts for Auspex scan. Would you like to Auspex scan with your Assault Marines?
No.
Fair. Okay. So no Auspex scanning. They're going to end up over there. A 9-inch charge from that 1 Assault Marine in there. And let's start the shooting phase. But before I shoot anything, maybe I should remember good old Eidolon here. We're going to move him. He's going to jump 12. I've already pre-measured. He's going to end up beside the Dreadnought. And now we're going to go ahead and shoot with these here Noise Marines. Not 10, it was 6 of them in range. 18 shots into these Scouts. 18 shots into them from these Noise Marines. Though it is -1 to hit because they're more than 12 away and they are entirely on a piece of terrain or, you know, behind an obstacle. So even though I am ignoring the cover, they still get the -1 to hit. So because I advanced and now -1 to hit, I hit on 5s. No support either. So we have 5 hits? Okay, 6 hits. Yikes. Actually, that's average, exactly. There was a 7th hit in there. I almost knocked it over. 4 is to wound. That's going to be 4 wounding hits. 4 up save. I kill 1 guy. Okay. Nice. Which one would you like to die? In the back or the front? Does it matter?
I don't know. I don't know the back.
The back? Alright, back guy dies. Aha! Now, these Noise Marines, they don't have great sight on the Scouts, so we're going to fire at the Vanguard vets here. Because that's the only thing they really can fire at. Yes. Yes, I will fire at them. And I will punish them.
Is the river peak trade?
Sorry, what? No, the river. No, no. Sorry, they can't be waist high in the river.
Please.
No, they die. Maybe they hit on threes. Yes, threes. Wait. Yes, threes. Okay, I just gotta make sure because the Raven Guard got a lot of weird rules. There we go. So these miss. No support, no rerolls. We have that many hits. I can do math. That's 7. Yes, 7. 4 is to wound. And now, because they are more than 12 weight, they would normally get covered, but I do ignore that with Noise Marines. So these are 3-up power armor saves, and you make every single one. Very nice.
Beauty.
Next, we're going to go with the Hellforge Contemptor Dreadnought. He is going to put everything into the Vanguard veterans here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to transhuman. You're strength 7 and 8, right?
Correct.
You know what? I'm not doing it. I might need my command point. It's not going to do it.
Okay. So with no transhuman, the assault cannon will go first, hitting on 3s because I moved, but I am right beside the Chaos Lord, so I get to reroll those 1s. I have 2 misses and 5 hits. 3s to wound. Look at that, I didn't get any 3s, it didn't matter. So no rerolls. I do have AP1 on this, so you have a 4-up save. I kill 1 of them. Which one would you like to die?
The one closest to me.
Like that one there?
Yeah.
That's the sergeant.
Oh, the other one then.
The guy behind him? There you go, bam. And then the Ectoplasma Gun, hitting on 2s because it's assault, wounding on 2s because it's strength 8. Oh, that's a 1. I kill 1 guy. Wait, no, you have a 6-up save. I kill 1 guy. Who's it gonna be?
The next one, yeah.
Just keep going from the back there, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Eidolon, the Chaos Lord, is going to fire his bolt pistol into the Vanguard vets, but he's going to use Demon Shell. So for 1 command point, it turns into a Demon Shell, and it hits on a 2. I don't get to reroll any 1s, and if I do roll a 1, I take D3 mortal wounds, I believe, or 1. It's 1 or D3, I think it's D3 though. Otherwise, if I hit on a 2+, you take D3 mortal wounds, so I could kill some guys here. But, oh no, okay, it's a 4. I went to go roll it, and I felt like I threw it behind me, so I went to go try and catch it, then it started curving back in towards the table. I'm like, this is fine, this is totally fine. I do hit, and they are going to suffer 3 mortal wounds from Demon Shell.
No. Well, back.
All from the back, yeah. So 1, the poor Vanguard veterans. No, they're so expensive.
No, sorry. I meant
Over
the
here?
back of you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So
Sergeant alive, but
1, 2, and then I assume you want that guy up because they're close, and then 3. There should only be 5 dead, not 7, because I only killed 5. I killed 3 with Demon Shell, and I killed 1 with each of these guns. So that's it for that shooting, and then we have the Chaos Terminators firing their combi bolters into these Assault Marines over here. We are gonna Veterans of the Longhorn. Steve does not want to use Transhuman to try and counteract it because he only has the 2 command points left. Hitting on 3s! It's 20 shots because the Terminators are always rapid fire. That's a bunch of 2s though. That's okay. And then these wound on 3s. Let's see if I got 1 extra wound because of Veterans. Look at that. We're gonna put the saves on that guy there at first because that means everything else will be 12 inches away, and that means I won't be able to charge. In addition to that, I won't be able to, they'll get covered. So, I guess I should have done 1 at a time, but you only failed 1. I literally said I'm going to do these 1 at a time, but he only failed the 1, so he dies.
okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and remove him. Probably should have shot at the scouts, now that I think about it, because I wanted to charge them. But you know what? That's pretty much it. That's what you know. With them firing their comedy bolters, that's going to conclude the shooting phase, so I'm going to go on to charging. And we're going to go ahead and have the Contemptor Dreadnought declare charges first. He's going to declare a charge against the Vanguard veterans and the Assault Marines here. And you may overwatch. The Vanguard vets have a crack grenade, I assume.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a crack grenade from both squads. Give me 2 crack grenades first.
And then the rest of the bolt pistols that are in range.
Yeah.
So here's the 2 crack grenades on 6s. That is a hit. I should have rolled them separately because 1 would get the Lieutenant support. So on a 4-up, the hit is from the Vanguard veterans. Okay, so that was this guy's crack grenade that hit. He's a little too far away from the Lieutenant. And it didn't matter because you rolled a 6 to wound. And that's, it's going to be -1, which I will make my save. Okay. And then a few bolt pistols. And then 2 bolt pistols from those 2 Assault Marines. 1 hits, and I have 5 to wound. That is a wound as well. And I take a damage! Alright, nice! He'll be down to 9. I'm going to go ahead and roll his charge up. He's going to get an 8. Not bad. So I'm just going to try and put him like right there-ish. With that, we're gonna go and end our charge facing in that way, but we'll get within an inch of both of them. And now Eidolon, my Chaos Lord, with jump back, is going to declare a charge, I guess, against both those targets as well, but they won't be able to overwatch this time. He's going to go ahead and charge a grand total of 3, but I believe because of his relic, he has to reroll that. So he's going to go 5 instead. Now, he's not big enough to get into both units, obviously, so he's going to go into the Assault Marines and go directly into them and end his charge move there. I'm going to attack with the Chaos Lord first into the Assault Marines, and he's going to have 5 attacks because he charged. He doesn't get any bonus attacks from his Warlord trait because he has taken no wounds. I'm hoping you don't just kill him in one turn. I would love if you wounded him a little bit. That way I get to show off my Warlord trait. That'd be very nice of you, Steve. We hit on 3s because it's a Thunderhammer, but because of the Warlord trait, we get to reroll all hits and all wounds. Not Warlord trait, the Raiment Revulsion, which is the relic. And we still miss. And 2s to wound, re-rolling. And that is 4 wounding hits. These should be 6-up saves because it's a Thunderhammer. You make 2. All right, only 2 die. Where would you like to pull them from?
Right from the back.
Right from the back?
Yeah.
Boop, and boop, go down. And then would you like to interrupt with the...
I definitely want to interrupt.
You want to interrupt the Dark Furies, the Veterans. With the Veterans, I assume?
Yes.
All right. So we'll figure out
how many did they hit on him?
A good amount, but I don't know exactly. At least 4, maybe 5. We piled in, we wanted to try and get as much into the Chaos Lord as possible, so that's 3 of the Vanguard Veterans. Whereas these 2, because the Sergeant was so far behind, are only able to attack the Hellforged Contemptor. That guy got within an inch, and he was able to get within an inch of him. So I think they have 3 attacks each when they're charged. The Veterans have be having 2. So it's going to be... Oh, they have Lightning Claws. They have 4 attacks each. Yeah, so it's going to be 12 attacks into my Chaos Lord, and 9 attacks into my Hellforged Contemptor. We're going to resolve the attacks on the Chaos Lord first. These are +1 to hit and wound, man. 2s? Reroll? No re-rolling. I don't think so.
No, he died.
Yeah, he did die. And these wound on 3s, re-rolling. That's everything. Everything wounds. I have my, what is it called? The Aura of Dark Glory? My 4th vulnerable save. I failed 2. He's going to go down to 3 remaining wounds.
Alright, I got 9 more attacks into the Contemptor because the Sergeant's there. Only hitting on 3s though, he's not a character. And we're looking for 5s.
Yeah, he's a little bit tougher. You still get to reroll though, because Shred now works on everything. That got you 1 more wound. All that -3 or 2 because it's a Lightning Claw. I have 4 of them vulnerable save in close combat with that Hellforged Contemptor, which stops 1 wound. So I do take 2. So he's gonna go down to 7 remaining wounds. Boop, let's see if he can eat some souls though. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Contemptor into the. Ooh. The Dark Fury's already attacked. I'm not really gonna... yeah, I'm gonna... Not Dark Furies, but the Veterans. I'm gonna attack the Veterans. I have 5 attacks because I charged. I hit you on 2s because I have Web Skill 2. I do get to reroll the 1s because I'm right beside a Chaos Lord. And I wound on 2s because strength, like 12 or 14. Now, these are all -3, so it's gonna be a 6-up save on the Veterans. And that is 4 more dead. Do you want to keep the Sergeant alive?
Might as well.
Alright, so we'll keep the Vanguard Veteran Sergeant alive. And then I have to remember that I killed 4 guys in close combat. I might be able to heal some wounds. The rule is I roll a d6 for every model I slay. I believe it's either that or every wound I cause. And on a 5-up, I regain a wound. So we're going to pile in the Assault Marines like this. I'm going to keep the Sergeant on the objective. And it's 3 Assault Marines able to attack my Chaos Lord. They have 2 attacks each, 3 for charge, or being charged. So that's 9 attacks into my Chaos Lord.
Hitting on 2s, it's a character.
That is all but 1.
Nice. Alright, 3's a wound. You get +1 to wound here as well.
That is going to be... Where's that Lieutenant? Okay, the Lieutenant's a little too far away. He's in the pile of bodies. Kind of hard to find there. So that is still going to be 5 wounding hits. I only have a 3-up save on my Chaos Lord, which I do fail 1. So he's got...
Oh,
he's going to live, but I mean, there's always snipers. You know, I probably should have waited to attack with him. I didn't actually expect him to take that much damage in this fight phase. That's all I've got, and that's all you've got. So at the end of the fight phase, I got to roll for his Machine Malefica, which is that rule I just talked about where he has a chance to heal. I killed some Vanguard Veterans. I get to roll 4 times because I killed 4 dudes, and we are looking for 5 ups. I'm going to heal 2 wounds.
Stop!
That's a pretty big deal. That's like one of the first times that rule's come up that big for me. So he's at 8 out of his 10. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that is it. Now we
gotta roll 1 to not run away.
You have to roll double 1 on this guy, eh?
Yeah, just A1.
Or just A1, that's right. You don't have to roll a double 1, but you have a reroll if you need it. So obviously these Assault Marines automatically pass morale. They can't possibly fail with 2 losses. The Sergeant's way back there giving them leadership 8. Now, veterans are... You lost 8 guys? 9 guys?
I was 9.
Oof. So that's a 5. And that's a 6. Okay. So he's going to boogie. He's just going to leave. And I do clear up the Vanguard vets. I wish they did a little bit more. They almost took out my Chaos Lord. It's mostly the failed charge, which sucks. So at the beginning of the 3rd battle round, I'll give a recap on the scores. Currently 7-7. I got 3 on my first turn, 2 on my second turn because the objective disappeared. I got first strike and line and warlord kill. And then Steve got 3 twice in a row. And then he held more on the last battle round just because I lost an objective. But now this objective here is going to go ahead and disappear. So evening the fields a little bit, but still, I'm on a race here.
Alright, we gotta follow these Assault Marines back from combat here. I want to keep the Dreadnought from moving, but I gotta stay 6 inches away from that character because of that crazy good stratagem.
Yeah.
So we're gonna sacrifice the squad, but we want to just basically stop that Dreadnought from making any more forward progress.
This is his home now, for now.
Let's go to the other Assault Marines.
Yeah, that's where they go. Now we're going to move the other submarines, you said?
Yeah, they're going to pull back from the Terminators and just kind of get as far away from them as possible. We'll take the shots, but not the charge.
Yeah.
But keep being on the objective.
Yeah, so that's a big... I should not have shot them, and that's where I get a little too impetuous. I get a little too excited when I get 20 shots. I should have attempted to charge them. Now, I could have easily failed that, but now it's going to be hard to catch them. So these Assault Marines are going to jump over here, and making sure your Sergeant, I guess, would be the closest one to the objective, but opposite of the Terminators. I think that's the plan.
Yep, that's perfect.
Where they end up one model within range of the objective still, and they're done moving there. They're going to jump on something next turn, but for now they're going to get a point and not die, hopefully. Probably. The Lieutenant's going to do a 6-inch move, not advancing, to right there, getting within 6 of the scouts, moving towards like the collective of your army, and, you know, just generally being safe as a character.
Is there any chance he fits within 6 of both of those scout units?
That's a good question.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it, but maybe.
Yeah, he's unable to get in range of both, but he can pick or choose which one he wants to help. I guess that squad because it's got one more sniper.
Right.
So he'll go back to where he was. Tried to move him just a little bit to get closer to them, but it doesn't quite work out. But he's going to help them out, and that is it for movement, I suspect.
That's it.
All right, so where do you want to start the shooting phase?
Well, we're going to start the supported scouts. They're going to kill that character.
Oh, please no. Okay, so these 6 scouts are going to unload into my character.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we're still in the tactical doctrine, so that means you hit on 2s, I believe. No rerolling because there's no captain, but boy, it's a good thing you stay in the tactical doctrine. That is 4 2s.
Oh, wow.
Now you get +1 to wound, so you're wounding on 3s. 5s and 6s take him out, so any 2 5s or 6s, he's dead. You got 1 5 and 4 wounds in total. So I owe you 4 3-ups. I failed 1. I'm going to command point reroll that because that means he's dead because of the mortal wound. Oh, he's still dead. Okay, he died. So I failed the reroll. That's Warlord kill, and that's a nasty Thunderhammer and pair of Warlord trait and relic gone. That will give you Warlord kill as well, putting you up to 8 victory points to my 7, which is not ideal. So what's up next?
Okay, Lieutenant. He's going to see if he can scratch the armor of that Dreadnought.
So he's got a Mastercrafted Bulkum. What is the profile on that bad boy?
It's a Bulkum of AT1, so 2 because we're in tactical doctrine.
Fair.
And 2 damage.
So he's a rapid fire range as well. So he's got 2 shots. I believe they hit on 3s. And yeah, they hit on 2s in close combat. So we have 1 hit. And it does not wound, only a 4.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think the scouts are going to have the Terminators then.
5 scout shots into my Terminators over here.
Yeah, I'll do it up.
Alright, so they're not characters, so we get no bonuses. So that's 3s to hit because they didn't move. That is 2 misses and 4s to wound. Okay, 2 wounds, no mortal wounds though.
Oh, okay.
So I get Terminator saves, which I will pass both. We are A-okay so far.
And I guess my Assault Marines, they're going to throw a cracker in and fire some bolt pistols.
Yeah, because they got fly, they can fall back. So crack grenade hits, and then I'll do the bolt pistols as well. No re-rolling, so we have 3 bolt pistol hits. Crack grenade wounds on a 3. Well, definitely a 6. I think it's actually a 5.
It was a 5.
Yeah, and then the bolt guns are 5s as well. So we have 1 bolt gun wound and 1 crack grenade wound. I have 3 up against the bolt gun, which I fail. Crack grenade, I pass, because it's only AP 1.
Oh,
so I take 1 damage and I go back down to 7. You know, it's all about the chipping of the paint, the little damages here and there. He's close to being bracketed. And then that will be the end of Steve's turn because there's no morale to do, so he's going to get 2 victory points on objective number 1 and on objective number 5, putting him to 10 victory points to my 7. I have to kind of make an opening here somewhere, so I'm going to get shots in on them, but the scouts aren't that big of a threat anymore, but I got to, I'm running out, I have a lot of bodies still, but, you know, not really sometimes. We'll see how things go here. I'm going to start by moving these Chaos Terminators. They're going to move towards objective number 1. In fact, I think I'm going to advance them. Just because I don't think the shots are going to help me out too much. And I think getting close to that objective is a little more important. They are going to advance an extra 1. That is worthy of a command point reroll. I need to go fast on them. I got a 2. It's better. I'll take it. This is where the Chaos Terminators end up now. I have no shenanigans for advancing and charging. I'm just trying to get them further up the field. I have 3 remaining command points after that. And then this Contemptor is going to go ahead and move. He sees some souls to feed on right here. He's going to have to try and heal up a little bit. Well, honestly, there's not much I could do. I'm just going to go about here and end an inch away from those Assault Marines, I suppose. After we move him, these Noise Marines are going to go through this gap and they're going to end up on the other side. I am going to keep 1 model in between. I just want to take some shots at these scouts. These guys are a little too far away for these Noise Marines to handle. That's where they end up. 2 of them are going to have line of sight to be able to fire at the scouts. 1's behind too much stuff, but he's near the objective, so that's fine. Next up, these Marines are going to move. These Noise Marines, I've already pre-measured. They're going forward 6. I am not advancing them because they're going to be able to get in range and fire their sonic blasters at the scouts in front of them as well. Now, granted, the scouts aren't the biggest threat right now, but it's something. I'll probably maybe split fire a little bit, see what I can kill. Because these guys, their main job here is to mostly just stay on the objective. Honestly, at this point. They're not really going to be able to impact the game too much more after this. They held the line, you know? They held the line. Let's see, just make sure I'm within 3. Nope, he's got to go back a little bit. And then these Tactical Marines are going to move forward 6 as well and take some pot shots at these scouts. The scouts are a giant distraction for me right now. I see blood only. And that is where they end up. We're going to have some shots at the scouts. I could advance them, but... Oh, I should advance them. I should keep trying to put more pressure on objective number 1. What turn is this? Turn 3? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to advance them. These scouts aren't really that scary anymore. We're just going to advance an extra 5. Nice. These guys, I insist they'll be relevant. They could maybe get there in the next 2 turns. Maybe. That could be huge. Huge. Alright, that's it for movement. On to shooting. I don't have a lot, but I have some. Start the shooting phase off with these Noise Marines because they don't really have any other targets. 2 of them can have sight on them, or have sight on them, so there's going to be 6 shots. And they are within 12, or 3 of them are, so they won't be getting the -1 to hit. At least until they die, then the ones behind would. You know what? I'm going to do these 3 at a time. It's not as bad as 1 at a time, but it's still kind of painful. So we have 2 hits. I'll just keep going until I have 3 hits, and I can maybe kill 3 guys. Because once I kill those 3... Oh, there we go. These wound on 4s. Alright, so I know I'm not killing a guy, so I'll keep rolling. Alright, I missed. There we go. It works. That's the best way to do it without robbing anything from Steve here. Those are saves, technically, because I wounded on 5s. I have 1 dead scout. I know that was very confusing, everyone, but bear with me. 1 dead scout. That's what we got. Who dies, Steve?
Can I kill 1 where it takes the squad outside 12 with somebody else?
That would be this guy, somewhat.
Sure, he was a jerk.
Yeah, he was a jerk. No one liked him anyways. That's Randall. Name 1 person named Randall you like.
Oh, no! Oh, dude!
I'm kidding. I love all the Randalls! So these Noise Marines are up next. I am going to split fire on them for no particular reason other than the fact that I feel like it. So these 5 in the front are actually going to fire at these Assault Marines, and the 5 in the back are going to fire into the Scouts. Now, thankfully, they're all more than 12 away, so I don't have to worry about doing 1 die at a time. They're all just -1 to hit. But no cover because they're Noise Marines. You know what? I'll even do a Veterans of the Long War here. Why not? So we'll start with the Scouts. We hit them on 4s because you are Raven Guard and you're more than 12 away and you're wholly in terrain. There's like an amazing amount of 3s you stop there. And these wound on 3s now because of Veterans. That's 4-3, so that actually makes me feel a little bit better. And so 4 up saves. They're all dead. Sorry, Steve, got him. But they were surely not important in your plan, were they?
Actually, no, they weren't.
They were?
I mean, yeah, but no.
Yeah, totally not. No, you don't need them at all. For sure. Their job was to stop bullets with bodies. That's okay. That's fair. But they succeeded. You know, now these assault marines take 15. Yeah, 15. Well, actually, it's not true. It's not 15 less shots on the assault marines because some of them aren't in range. It's like the only legal target. Oh, those scouts were heroes. Now into the assault marines, who are not in cover, so they don't get. Well, they're not on a piece of terrain or using a piece of terrain for cover, so they don't get the -1 to hit. I hit them on 3s. Aha! And 3s to wound because of veterans of the Long War. No rerolling though. These are going to be 3-up saves because I ignore the cover that you would normally get. I kills 3 of them. Interesting.
Okay, so the one you're going to kill is the one closest to me. That one there, yep. And then the next 2 that are going to die are not the closest one to you, but the 2 after that.
Boop and boop.
Yes.
Leaving those 3 remaining. Sergeant being one of them. Okay, not bad. Now, he is next up to fire, and he's the last thing to fire, my Contemptor Dreadnought. I don't want to shoot at them because I want to try and utilize them to get some souls. So we're going to fire at, honestly, I think these Assault Marines over here. Start with the Assault Cannon. We hit them on 3s because I moved. But you're going to get cover. I don't ignore it with the Contemptor here. I miss once, and I wound on 3s because it's strength 7. That is going to be 4 wounds, and at -1 you have cover. You go back to a 3-up save, and he has cover because he's Raven Guard. I do kill 2.
Ah, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of bodies dropping.
I need you to kill the ones closest to you.
These 2 go down. Boop. Yeah, definitely not the sergeant. He's the one holding the objective for now. Then the Ectoplasma Gun hits on 2s. They both hit, and 2s to wound. Both wound. 6-up saves. That kills 2 more.
It's 5-up.
Oh, wait, they have cover. That's a 4 and a 2, though. My bad.
Ah.
Yeah, 2 go down. I assume the same pattern, the closest?
Yes, please.
So he dies and he dies. Go ahead and declare a charge against the Assault Marines right in front of me. I assume you want to do 2 pistols and a crack grenade.
Yes, please.
Crack grenade has not hit this time, and the bolt pistols are 6s as well. They both miss. So I'm going to charge. Can't really fail, but rolling anyways. I'm going to go up here with that. That's a 5. Now we'll start with this fight. I have 5 attacks. I hit on 2s because I am a Contemptor. I miss once, and I wound on 2s. I don't kill, but I wound. Oh no, triple 1! Oh.
No.
M. Night Shyamalan? What a twist. 1 6-up save. Ah! I do kill 1 guy. Do you want to kill the guy outside of coherency?
Please.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, dead. And now you get to retaliate with Power Axe and Chainsword Dude.
Let's do power first.
Sure. He's a sergeant, so he's got 2 attacks, and I charged him. That sounds about right. And you hit me on, I think, 3s. Yeah, 3s to hit. That's all hit. And 5s to wound. That is what? 2 rerolls, because we got that lieutenant right beside us. 2 wounds at AP2. And I'm going to have a 5-up. 4-up, because I'm in close combat. But I do take a wound. So that Power Axe does bring me down to 6. And we have 3 attacks with the Chainsword, which are 3s and 5s. Rerolling 1s, though. 1 more wound. I have a 3-up save. I failed that one as well. I'm down to 5. Well.
I'm bracketing?
Yeah. Well, let me double check. But that I've suffered 5 wounds, so most likely. Now it's the end of the fight phase. I am currently bracketed, but if I heal a wound from Machine Malefica, I go back up to 4 wounds lost. I'm okay. So 5 up. I do not heal. Okay, so I'm still bracketed and locked in combat with them. And then for morale, I don't have to take any. You lost 4 Marines here, so you could fail on a 5-up. But they shall know no fear. Would you like to... I rolled a 5. You could choose to lose 1, but if you roll a 6, they're both gone.
Interesting.
Oh, what an interesting...
Oh.
Sorry?
I am going... Oh!
Right?
Okay. Is marker number 4 the one right by you, where you're standing?
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear that.
Which marker is disappearing?
Number 4, back over here.
Okay, I'm going to keep the 5. I'm going to keep the 5.
One guy's boogieing?
Yeah, I need the body.
Alright, smart. I think I'm going to roll it anyways, just to... 3, you would have been fine. But you know what? As long as you have 1 body, I think that's all you need for what I think you want to do. You have to roll for the other squad Assault Marines. They lost 4. They're in the same boat. Don't roll a 5, Luka. Oh, it's a 5, Steve. Okay, well...
How many are left?
You have 3 left, so they're not all going to run away if I roll a 6. You'll keep the sergeant on the objective.
I reroll that one.
Yeah, that one I actually think I would reroll as well. And you're fine, that's a 2. So they all stick around.
Okay.
You just lose 4 more assault marines, though. And with that, that will end the 3rd battle round. We're going to go to the 4th battle round now, and we're going to start off with the Raven Guard, but that means this objective marker is now gone. Also, at the end of this battle round, whoever controls the most amount of... We both control 2 objectives, so no one gets a bonus point for this one, because I had these 2, and then Steve had number 5 and number 1 still with that sergeant. Now, had I somehow wiped out that squad completely, that would have been a big deal for me, but I couldn't. I didn't really have the shots other than the Contemptor. So now that it's battle round 4, the Raven Guard are forced to go into the Assault Doctrine, which isn't the worst because we get extra AP on weapons and pistols. Now, where would you like to start this movement phase?
Okay, this one took me a bit because I don't know if I have the perfect plan. I have a couple of different plans that they're a little risky, but I think ultimately I'm going to keep my Marine in combat. My lieutenant's going to stay put. The scouts are not going to move. And this one, okay, the Assault Marines are going to jump towards the Terminators.
Yep, they're going to jump over the terrain here, and they're going to end... Well, the Sergeant can end an inch away, and the rest will just be kind of behind him. So we're going Objective 1.
Well, if you could leave a body on the very end of Objective 1.
Yes, well, we could also do that.
Train somehow?
Yes, we could probably pull that off. Let's figure that out. This is where they end up. This guy is within 3 of the center. These 2 are a little bit further forward, but you just wanted the 1 model, correct?
Yeah, just the 1.
Just at least the 1 guy. Okay, well, that's it for movement then. We're going to begin shooting.
Well, let's start off with that pistol on the Contemptor. Might as well get it on the wall.
Yep, from the Vanguard vet there, and he does have an extra AP because it's the Assault Doctrine. That is a hit, and this is a 5 to wound with a reroll. That's a 2. That does fail.
Alright. Next, we're going to do the Lieutenant. He did not move. He's going to get 2 shots into the Terminators with his crazy good gun.
Master-crafted bolt gun. Hits on 3s. They both hit. Nice. He's wounded on 4s, rerolling 1s because he's a lieutenant there, so he does miss 1, it's a 2. We have a wound here. It's AP 1 on a Mastercrafted bolt gun normally? Alright, so I have a 3-up save because I'm not in cover. I roll a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So the part of the plan is to kill as much Terminators with shooting as we can, so I assume the scouts are next?
Yes, sir.
So is that all of them into the Terminators? I guess it had to be. Yeah, so that's 6 scout shots, Terminators. And they are within 6 of the lieutenant, so they get to reroll 1s to wound. Hitting on 3s. That's 3 misses. That's not ideal.
Oh.
So we need 3 6s here is what we're saying for wounds.
I really need 3 6s.
We got 2.
I'll take it.
That's not bad. That's 1 dead Terminator, guaranteed. I do owe you 2-up saves. You need me to roll double 1. I get a 4 and a 5 though, so I do lose the Terminator. That's something. We're just going to take the guy in the very back. We're going to follow up with 2 pistols and a crack grenade from the Sergeant into the Terminator. So crack grenade first. That is a hit, and the 2 bolt pistols will both score hits. The crack grenade wounds on a 3. And the pistols wound on 4s. I don't know why I'm doing it in this order. I just feel like I should. The bolt pistols do fail, but the crack grenade succeeds. So I owe you a 3-up save, which I pass.
Oh, okay. Well, alright, that's it. We're done shooting. We're going to send the Lieutenant after the Contemptor. It's all falling apart. I don't think I did enough damage.
I have no Overwatch, though, so you get to go. And you could take, with both of them, you could take them out. You're going to charge enough to make it in. It was actually, we pre-measured as a 5-inch charge, you rolled exactly 5. You're technically half an inch away. There you go.
Okay, I definitely did not do enough damage to charge, so I'm not going to charge.
Right. If Steve charges in, the Terminators are more than likely to kill them off in close combat, and then and Steve would lose the victory point. It's safer to keep the point. Okay, yeah, it was unfortunate. It was ideally you wanted to kill, I think, 2 or 3 of them before you commit to a charge?
Yeah, at least 2 anyway.
At least the 2, yeah. Okay, well, we have this fight, and not to mention I also have 2 command points for an interrupt still. So if you only commit to one fight, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Now, who would you like to start fighting with first over here?
I have to do the Lieutenant first, you charge.
That's correct. I forgot about that. All right. I actually can't remember how many attacks they have. That's going to be 4 attacks with Shock Assault, 3s to hit. 2s to hit because he's a Lieutenant. Oh.
What?
Yes,
Luka.
Yes, sir. That's 4 1s.
Oh!
The ones are a little bit easier to see for Steve. Those ones are.
Oh no!
Yikes! What is that?
Okay, no, it's fine because I have 3 attacks with Power Axe that are going to do 5 wounds.
Yes. You know what? I'm not even going to interrupt. I'm not even going to interrupt that.
2 attacks.
He's got
only 2.
It's only 2 because he didn't charge or anything. He's a sergeant. All right. He hits once. He wounds? Nada. Wait. No, he's not strength 7 with that, right? He does not wound. That's a 4. I'm sorry, Steve. That is incredibly unfortunate. I think the lieutenant must die. Alright, Lieutenant, you're getting 4 attacks. I'm going to get a little greedy, and the sergeant gets 1 attack. We'll do the lieutenant first. I am bracketed now. For the chaos ones, I hit on 3s only. I hit you 3 times, and I wound on 2s. So I have 3 wounding hits on the lieutenant. So you need to make 2 6-up saves for him to survive.
Not all of your rolling the dice.
Dramatic effect. First one, you fail. Second one, you fail. Alright. And third one you make! He gets crushed and dies. And then the sergeant hits. It does not wound you. Oh my goodness! I mean, that's what I get for being greedy then. You know what? That guy's a hero. Lieutenant goes down, that's what he gets for the quadruple 1. Alright. At the end of the fight phase, I gotta see if I heal. I took that lieutenant's life. I do not heal. I'm still at 5 wounds. I'm still bracketed. Now, I don't know if I said I hit on 2s against the sergeant or not. I meant to hit on 3s. He lived anyways. It doesn't quite matter. Now, that is the end of Steve's turn. There's no morale to take because his units didn't take any damage other than the lieutenant. So you're going to get 1 point and 2 points because you restrained and you stayed on objective 1. So that is going to put you to 12, and I'm currently at 9, so you're ahead by 3 points. But I'm going to only get 1 on my turn. Well, my turn is very simple. We are going to go ahead and keep those Emperor's Children Noise Marines on the objective. These ones are going to advance forward. So we'll go ahead and do that. They move 6 plus an additional 4 for 10. That's going to take them to about here. And they're going to make a mad dash to shoot some scouts on turn 5. This turn, not that great. So thus the advance. And there, these tactical marines are, knocking over the tree, are also going to advance. They're going to go into 6. Nice. These guys are fast. 5, 5, 6. They've gotten an additional 16 inches this game. That's where they end up. Nice and close. They're going to definitely get that objective on turn 5. No one expects the backline Chaos Space Marines to run every turn because they wouldn't have done anything else. Now this Contemptor Dreadnought is not moving because of Hero Sergeant, but these Terminators are going to move and try and take these guys out. That's where they end up after their 5-inch move. Now for shooting, they're not going to shoot because I'm not going to fall for that trap again. And I guess, you know what? I'll shoot at scouts. Yeah, screw them. Combi Bolters. So you're over 12 away and you're on a piece of terrain. So -1 to hit and you have cover, which will be a 2-up save for you. Oh no, and hit my die. My die. He's at 5. I hit on 4s because of the Raven Guard trait. And then I wound you on 4s, I suppose. Oh wow, that is all wounds. 5, 9 wounds, but you have a 2-up save because you have Camel Cloaks, and I killed 2.
No.
I assume not near the objective?
Correct.
So you and you go down. After they took those 2 casualties, the Noise Marines are going to fire into them now. Only these 7 have range on them. So 21 shots. We hit on 5s because we advanced, and I'm over 12 inches away, and you're in a piece of terrain. No re-rolling. 7 hits that wound on 4s. They ignore cover. 4 wounding hits. And it's only a 4-up save against that. I killed 2, so average there. I assume him, because he's not... And not the sergeant, so probably that guy. Unless you'd rather keep 2 models on the objective and lose the sergeant.
No, I'll keep the 1 on, it's fine.
Yeah, so leave those 2.
Morale might be a thing.
It's true. After that, that's all I've got for shots, so it's charging time. I'm not charging with either of these units because they can't. But these Terminators are going to go ahead and declare a charge against these Tactical Marines, and I assume Crack Grenade and 2 Bolt Pistols.
All depend.
So we'll do Crack Grenade first, because I could kill a Terminator in 1 go. That is a 4, so it misses. And 6 to hit with the Bolt Pistol, and a 1 to wound is a fail, and the Lieutenant is dead. So we're going to go ahead and charge. 11 inches. Nice. So we're going to have the first guy we move just get within an inch, and then the rest are going to do one of these, going up and around. You're going to end up there, and you're going to end up here. That guy actually can't get attacked. I mean, I guess I could go up there. Yeah, no, whatever. Well, that guy won't be able to attack, or maybe I just go there and I stay within 3. I got to do some finagling. It's all good. This guy's within 3 of the objective, and he's within an inch of that guy, who's within an inch of that guy. So we're good to attack. I guess you should have moved about there to stay... Well, I guess they're coherent there too, so it doesn't really matter. They have 3 attacks each now on the charge. It's actually kind of important that I kill these Assault Marines. I have 2 command points. I'm going to Veterans of the Long War. Hitting on 3s here. 6s are... This is like the one time I get Death to the False Emperor. So I get 2 of them. It gives me 1 more hit. And these are 2s to wound because of Veterans. Which gives me a further 3 wounds, which... We'll see if it matters. I guess I'll roll those over there. These are AP 2. So it kills... Oh, it might have mattered. I only killed 2 without the veterans. Oh my gosh, I only killed 3. I killed exactly 3 guys. I actually did need the veterans to kill them. I thought it was one of those, like, I don't really have anything else to use them on, so I might as well use it here, and these guys are pretty important to kill. And then we will consolidate just a little bit in this direction. Furthermore, onto the objective. That's not coherency, like, whatsoever. There we go. And then after they're done attacking, my non-charge elect, or, you know, I'm Emperor's Children, so I get to go pretty fast anyways, will be him. 3s to hit. I don't lose any attacks when I get bracketed, but I do lose my capability of hitting. I don't know what that's there for. That's not supposed to be there. These wound on 2s, they all hit for the wound on 2s. That's, you know what, you just have to make 4 6-up saves. For dramatic... Dramatic.
Watch this.
1
6.
Fail, 2 fail,
6.
3 fail,
6.
4 fail.
6.
It's okay. He only takes 12 damage. Boom.
I only got 10 wounds.
It was close. It was very close. I'll count myself lucky there, actually. And then I'm going to consolidate 3-ish inches. Boop. Doesn't really matter towards the 2. Wow. You know what? There, I consolidated 3 inches. Over here now. And I'm over here. Who knows where he was? I don't think it really matters too much. He's going to end up there with 5 wounds left. And a morale check on the scouts here. Though, I guess on a 6 they could fail. They do not roll 6. They are fine. And that's going to be the end of my turn. I score 1 point, 2 points, and 3 because I hold 2 to Steve's 1, which ties the game up 12 to 12 at the end of battle round 4, and we have 1 more battle round to go. Steve, I am very ready for your turn.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Those 2 scouts going after the dreadnought. Move off the hill. Go towards them.
Okay, so they're going to move. What was it say they're about here? Nice.
Okay, we're going to shoot our sniper rifles.
Okay. They hit on 4s. They both miss.
Okay, charge anyway.
Alright, I will overwatch with my ectoplasm gun. I miss twice, and then I have 7 shots with the assault cannon. I hit twice. I should have veterans! Well, I can't veterans. He's not infantry. He's not infantry. 3s to wound. Double 6 again. Well, these dice are hot. You know what? You don't get to use those for your saves, though. And then... -1. You have 5 up. They're dead, Steve. Wow, they died to Overwatch. That's what a shame.
Oh, no.
Even if I rolled the hot dice, they would have died still. Oh no, they would have survived. Oh yes, they would have survived. I rolled the good dice. All right, that there, folks, is a wrap. I think. Yeah.
You got me.
I got him. I'm so good. Got him with that Overwatch. All right, so like, well, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was actually just exhaling with exhaustion.
Yeah, well, all 12 to 12, pretty close game. But I was able to put a lot of pressure on with my Noise Marines.
Luka and I are now going to go in the MiniWarGaming Vault and play another 1000 Battalion BatRep, my orcs versus his corn. And if you're not already a Vault member, you can click the link below, get yourself a 7-day free trial to watch that BatRep. We're going to record it remotely from my dining room. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy wargaming.